Hello. How's it going, everyone? Hope you guys have a good day today. Today, I'm going to talk about what if Alibaba and Nio is going to get delisted in the US exchange. And if this is your first time in my channel, please give me a like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on your notifications. As you guys all know, Alibaba and Nio, they both are my favorite stock. That I have a few videos that I talk about them, right? And the risk of they get delisted, and what if they do get delisted? What's going to happen to the shares, and what's going to happen to the ownership that you own the stock, right? So first, let's look at the key takeaways on delisting a stock on the exchange, right? So usually the company that get delisted from the stock exchange in the US, if the company declare bankruptcy, right? This is a very simple one, right? So declare bankruptcy, then they do not meet the requirement of listing, right? So usually when you see penny stock that they don't have the liquidities and they go bankrupt, usually those companies that will get delisted on the stock exchange, right? Okay, second, the most common that you see that stock get delisted on the exchange are the share price that's under $1 per share for an extended amount of time. That if they cannot go back up to $1, that's also they facing like delisting from the exchange. And you see that very often on the penny stocks, right? But usually before they got delisted, they would do a split 1 to 10 or 1 to 20, so that way that the stock price is a lot higher than $1, right? Because that happened a lot on the penny stocks. Right now, all the Chinese stock, including Alibaba and Nio, they are facing a involuntary delistings of the company, right? The main reason behind that for delistings, that's including violating regulations and failing to meet the minimum requirement of the financial standards, right? So for example, Alibaba's financial statement had to be audited by a accounting firm, right? Let's say Big Four accounting firm. Like right now it's audited by PwC, right? So PwC had to audit Alibaba accordance, with the PCAOB standards, which is all the accounting firm had to follow that standard, right? As the current situation right now, that Alibaba should have compliance all those financial standards, right? So most likely you would not see Alibaba will get delisted in the US market. But let's say put it in the worst case scenario. Let's say Alibaba, got delisted from the US. What's going to happen to you guys as a shareholder? And how about the people that already want to buy shares on Alibaba? What's going to happen, right? You should be able to trade Alibaba shares on OTC market. So what's the OTC market? So OTC market is, what's OTC market, right? And you can trade securities, through the centralized exchange, right? But it's less compliance and less requirement, right? And also less liquidity. Like, you would not have that much volume if you're trading into OTC market, right? If Alibaba and Nio get delisted, you still gonna be able to trade your share, but it's gonna be on the OTC market. Okay? And for the future investors on Alibaba, if you haven't bought it, Alibaba is also trading at the Hong Kong exchange right now. So they do that to prevent that in case that what happened to Alibaba is going to get delisted in the US, they at least have another exchange that they trade their shares over there, right? So if you are already investors in Alibaba, I would not be worried about if the would get delisted in the US market, right? Big investors like Charlie Munger, they already figured out this is not a huge risk for investing in Alibaba, as long the fundamental is good, as long the e-commerce market in China is strong, right? This is also a risk that you need to consider. Nio is the same situation right now, right? I don't think Nio is trading in Hong Kong exchange yet, but who knows in the future, they might also trading at the Hong Kong exchange, right? Because right now, all those Chinese stock trading in the US right now, it needs to compliance with the PCAOB standard, right? In order for them to list it on the exchange in the US. So that actually happened to Luckin Coffee. If you guys remember that Luckin Coffee just had that accounting issue that it got delisted, right? But right now Luckin Coffee is still trading in OTC market, right? It's still with about $2-3 billion market cap, and it's still trading in the OTC market. But the volume is not as much as you trading in the regular stock exchange, right? Like if you still holding Luckin Coffee, you still be able to trade it there, and you still gonna be own the share of the company, right? Since Luckin Coffee, now you have DIDI, which is like the Chinese Uber, is gonna be delisting in the New York Stock Exchange, right? I think the risk of delisting from the US Stock Exchange, and this is also another main risk that you want to be looking out to when you're investing in the in the Chinese stock right now, right? As right now, you already see like all the Chinese stock already been bidding down so bad, should be already priced in, right? As you can see. So the market already take a big hit, for those stock, right? I guess in my opinion, it's like if you believe in Nio or you believe in Alibaba, a company that is pretty strong, they have good fundamentals, and right now the price is unreasonable low right now, and the price should be already priced in with the risk of delisting from the US stock exchange, right? The business that they in had a lot of potentials, a lot of demands. E-commerce had a lot of demands in China. Electric vehicle is just booming right now, and those two companies are in the right industry, for the right time. And of course, you evaluate the risk, right? And I have a few videos talking about Nio and Alibaba. If you haven't watched it, you go back and watch it, and it's more details on how the technical analysis works and how the fundamental works and what the future. And I hope this video is helpful for you guys. Please like and subscribe my channel and make sure to turn on your notifications. Thank you.